Hello, children, and welcome to the Silly Billy Show. I'm Silly.
And I'm Billy.
And we have got stories for you.
Oh, Silly, I know that you also like telling stories.
You know, Billy, I was thinking about a story that I love. It is the story of the tree. Now, once upon a time, there were people who carried their problems around on their back in big sacks. And you see, they went and they carried these problems around, and then there was a tree.
Yes, Silly, I know this one. Yes, and the tree says to the people, "Bring your sacks here to me. Hang your sacks in my tree. When you time to go again, you can take someone else's troubles instead of your own home again." And nobody chooses anybody else's sack. They stand and they look and they look and they look and they think and they think and they think. And Bob's your auntie. Billy's your billy goat. They take their own sack home again.
Yes, that's right, Billy. Everybody just went and picked up all their own problems. So you see, our problems are ours. And actually, we want them. We don't want anyone else's problems. So, now it's time for Kitty and Smelly Sock to tell us their story.
Thank you, Silly and Billy.
Hello, children.
Hello, children. And today, Smelly Sock and I have a lovely story for you.
Yes, it's all the way from Russia. Can I play the lead part?
Well, of course you can. There are two leads in this story. This story is called The Two Ivans.
Can I play one of the Ivans?
Yes. Why don't you play Ivan the Poor?
Ivan the Poor.
Yes, they were two brothers. And they were both named Ivan. There was Ivan the Rich and Ivan the Poor.
That's me.
Yes. Now, Ivan the Rich had everything he needed. He had a table full of food, a pantry full of food. He had the clothes he needed. And all he had to look after was his wife. For Ivan the Rich had no children, neither big ones nor small ones.
And Ivan the Poor?
Well, Ivan the Poor.
I had 7 children, big and small, and I had a lovely wife, but we didn't really have very much to eat. The farm was not working, and well, the children were hungry.
Yes, and so it was that Ivan's children were dreaming of
oat milk and cabbage soup. And so I had to go to Ivan the Rich to ask for his help because my children had no food. They were crying with hunger. "Please, Brother Ivan, please can you give me some food for my children?"
Oh, really? Well, okay, look,
what I want really is some flour, then I can make them some bread.
All right, well, I'll give you a bowl full of flour and, yes,
I'll just borrow it. I'll give it back.
Well, you can give me back a sack full of flour.
What? A bowl makes a sack? But are you sure that's fair, Brother Ivan?
Might not be fair, but those are the terms, and if you don't like them, you can lump them.
I'd like a bowl, and I will happily provide a sack in return of flour.
Good.
So I took the flour, and as I was walking home, Friend Wind came up, and Friend Wind, just before I entered my home, Friend Wind blew all the flour out my bowl.
Ivan the Poor was furious. I was. And I ran after Brother Wind, and I ran, and he ran all over the land. He flew through over the houses and into the forest, and I followed him and followed him and followed him, and there I saw he went whoop into a hole in the big oak tree. and I followed him in. "Well," said the wind, "what are you doing here next to me, man? Small man?"
Wind, you in your trickster ways. Well, I had a bowl of flour to feed to my hungry children, and they are very, very hungry. But trickster being you came and blew all the flour out of my bowl, and now I have none. How could I go home empty-handed while my children are so hungry?
"Oh, poor man," said Wind. "I see I am the reason for your troubles, yes. Not to worry, I have a gift for you. How about I give you this magic tablecloth? You take this magic tablecloth, and all you need to do is say, 'Magic tablecloth, give me,' and you name the food you want, and Bob's your auntie, there it is. Off you go now. You'll have no more trouble."
And I ran all the way home, and I laid out the tablecloth and said, "Dear magic tablecloth, may we have some supper, please?"
And there on the cloth was cabbage soup and oat porridge and a leg of lamb besides.
And we ate until our bellies were full. Oh, and we slept so well. And the next morning I again told the magic cloth, "May we have some breakfast, please?" And there! Oh, the porridge that the children loved, and tall glasses of milk, and we were tucking in nicely when
Ivan the Rich stepped over the threshold. He was not impressed. "What's going on here? You come and you borrow flour from me, and here you are with a table heaving with food. Oh, yes, your luck has changed."
"Yes, my circumstances have changed quite dramatically. In fact, my children will never need to be hungry again. Oh, I've just remembered. I owe you a bag of flour. Well, not to worry. Magic tablecloth, please may I have a bag of flour?" And poof!
Biggest bag of flour you ever did see. Ivan the Rich took the flour and went home. But he came back later that evening.
Brother, it seems that, I've got some dignitaries and they've come for supper and, well, my stove is not quite hot enough and, oh gosh, well, the potatoes are far from boiled. Oh, may I please have your magic cloth? I'll just borrow it from one night and I need to feed these people something. But, brother, you will bring it back to me in the morning.
No, you'll have it back. And so Ivan the Rich took the cloth, and he had a fabulous party with those dignitaries. And when morning came, he hid the cloth. He hid it deep in his cupboard, and he found another tablecloth, crisp and white and clean, but with no magic. Returned it to Ivan the Poor.
Ivan the Poor set out the cloth, and I said, "Oh, magic cloth, please, may we have some breakfast?"
Nothing.
Oh, I went immediately to my brother. Brother, what have you done? That was not the magic cloth that you returned to me."
"Well, I don't know what you're talking about. That's the only cloth I know about. It was the cloth, and you got the cloth, and stop bothering me." And Ivan the Poor wept. And he went home, so heavy with heart. And after some time, yes, not much long, the children were hungry again and were crying for cabbage soup and crying for oat porridge. And
there was nothing to be done. I had to go back to my brother. "Ivan the Rich, please, I need your help."
"Oh, what do you want now?"
"My children are poor. We have nothing. My children are hungry. Please, anything."
"Oh, well, you know what? There's a plate of jelly, oat jelly in the larder. It's by the door. Why don't you take that? And listen, take that and nothing else, okay?"
I took the jelly and I had it on the plate and I was carrying it home, but the sun rose high in the sky and its rays beat down upon that jelly and it melted and soon only a sticky splodge on the plate was left.
Ivan the Poor was furious. sun! Oh! And I ran after that sun, and I ran as he followed through the lands, and I ran until the end of day, and sun popped down over the edge of the horizon, and there I sat with him. The sun turned to Ivan and said, "So, small man, what brings you here sitting beside me like this?" "Oh, sun, what have you done, oh, sun?" "Oh, I had," and I explained the story. "And then you beat down upon the jelly, and there was nothing left for my children, and how could I go home empty-handed? And now..." "Oh," said Sun, "I see that my rays have caused you some trouble. Well, I am perfectly happy to amend the wrong. How about you take one of my goats? This goat is very special. Oh, yes, this goat does not milk with milk. When you milk this goat, you get liquid gold, for he comes from one of my flock." "Oh, off you go then. You'll have no more troubles in your life again." And I went home and I took the goat, and as I milked it, sure enough, liquid gold. Well, we could buy whatever we did need, and I knew we would never be hungry again. But soon Ivan the Rich came knocking. "You seem to be doing very well here, Ivan the Poor. What is going on?" Oh, well, I have this goat, you see." Well, as you can imagine, Ivan the Rich came back later that day. "Brother, I'm in a little bit of debt, you see, and I don't have a spare kopeck, and may I borrow that goat of yours? I just want to pay that person back, and I'll bring him back in the morning. But, brother, you never gave me that tablecloth back. Will you give me back my goat? You must promise." "Oh, goodness, the tablecloth was no my doing. I shall bring the goat back." He took the goat and he milked it and he hid it deep in his cellar and found a goat that looked just like it and returned that to his brother. "There you go, brother, there's your goat. Oh, thank you so much." And as I milked that goat, all that came from it was milk. I ran to my brother and I said, brother, what have you done? Where is my goat? My gold, liquid gold." "Oh, brother, I gave you back your goat. What are you talking about, really?" And Ivan wept, and went home. Well, soon it was winter, and soon our cellar was bare again, and soon my children were crying for food again. Borscht, cabbage, soup, and porridge, please, Papa. There was nothing to be done. I had to go and visit my brother again. "Brother, please, not a crust of bread do we have. Nothing. Please, you must help us." "Oh, not you again. Really? Ma. Always complaining. Oh, well, all right. What you can do is you can see there's a little bit of porridge left over in that bowl over there. You could take that. But don't ask for more and don't come back too soon." I took the porridge, and as I was walking home, Mr. Frost came and he whipped up the porridge and he slicked over the top, and soon enough there was a crust of ice so thick and nothing left in the pot except a funny coloured splodge. I was so angry at Mr. Frost. I ran after him as he tiptoed across the leaves of the forest and over the houses and hanging off eavesdropping. I found him on a house, clutching to the chimney, and I sat beside him. "Oh, who are you, little man, who dogs my every step? What do you want?" "Oh, Mr. Frost, you trickster, my troubles are thus. You see, I had a magic tablecloth. I lent it to my brother, and never did I see it again. And then my magic goat that gave me liquid gold, I lent that to my brother, and never have I seen that again. And now my children are hungry, and you trickster, you iced over all the porridge, and I have nothing to take to my children, and I am in despair." Mr. Frost was quite jovial, actually, and was like, "Oh, well, goodness gracious, I see I am the cause of your trouble, and your brother too. I have a sack, and all you need to do is say, 'You two, out the sack,' and all your troubles, all your, everything will be done. And when it's done, you say, 'You two, in the sack,' and in the sack they'll go." I took the sack, and home I went, and I thought I'd try it out first. Just outside my house, I said to the sack, "Two out the sack." Out came two cudgels of pine, thick and strong, and they beat me about my head and said, you silly man, your brother steals your things. You silly man, if you carry on like this, you'll have nothing. You silly man," and beat me, they did so. All I could do was barely breathe. "Two in the sack," which I did. And the two slunk back into the sack. I did. But as I reached home, there, Ivan the Rich. "Oh, you've been away, I see. So, what did you bring back? What's in that sack?" "Oh, in the sack are two things. You say 'two out the sack,' and they do what needs doing." "Oh! May I borrow it for a day? I mean, I've got this roof that leaks. I've got a window that creaks. Oh, gosh, I'll bring it back." "Will you, brother? Not like the tablecloth and the goat?" "I'll bring it back," and off he went with the sack. No sooner was he home than he opened the sack, and the cudgels came out and beat him black and blue. They beat him thick and through. They said, "That goat does not belong to you. It belongs to your brother. That magic tablecloth is not yours. It's your brother's." Goof, 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 goof. Oh, he ran over to Ivan the Poor's house. Please, two in the sack." They slunk into the sack. "Oh, brother, I shall bring back your magic tablecloth. I shall bring back your goat." And he managed to make it home. Oh, and he brought back the magic tablecloth. And he brought back the magic goat. And we've never been hungry again. Yes, and kind and generous, Ivan the Poor was now Ivan the Sure. And they lived happily ever after.
Oh, that was a lovely story. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Smelly Sock. Bye-bye, children. Until next week. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now.